In the realm of power scaling, you always hear the same big names from the same big genres. Those being anime, comic books, video games. But less do you hear about the powerful characters of another quintessential genre, the horror genre. So, join me today, this Halloween, this October, as we look at one of the most powerful characters I've ever had the pleasure of looking into. Sadako Yamamura from Ring. Let's first discuss what it is that Sadako is capable of doing. Her most well-known ability is the ability to use the power known as Nensha, a spiritual energy that is built upon emotion, which she uses to create her famous grudge, an anger built after being trapped in a well for 30 years to manifest both her cursed videotape and produce her death curse. Once you are cursed by Sadako, you are completely fated to die. While scary, how does this make her one of the most powerful characters? Well, for one, whilst most people believe that she needs to wait 7 days, in truth, Sadako can actually kill whenever she damn well pleases. Sometimes she kills you by injecting so much fear into you that you die. Other times she just telekinetically crushes you to death. Sometimes she makes you see an illusion which then causes you to technically kill yourself, by say, running into traffic. Sometimes she kills you almost immediately after you see her cursed tape. Yet at other times, often when technology has grown past the need for videotapes, she decides that just seeing her is enough to kill you. What if you have the gall to try and stop her from claiming one of her victims? You're dead too. Her powers go well beyond merely being able to will someone to death as well. For example, she's able to manipulate an extinct strain of smallpox, able to manipulate the disease both in order to kill beings, but also make clone bodies of her victims to inhabit. She also has an obscene amount of soul manipulation. As an Onryo and an extremely powerful psychic, she's able to feed off the emotions of others to grow more powerful. For example, when a small boy, Yuichi, believes that another character is responsible for his mother's death, Sadako taps into it to create a house. But this can manifest in far stronger ways, such as being able to feed off the agony of other souls, being able to visit the afterlife very freely, being able to trap souls within her well dimension. She even once killed someone so fast their soul ran around a dimension Sadako made to look exactly like the real one, when in reality she had died before she escaped the shower. Yes, she died before she realized she had died. Her most powerful display, however, perhaps when Sadako created an entire video game universe in which she trapped a woman inside and made her believe that the real world was the video game world, where the video game world was actually the real world. Of course, Sadako's powers extend far beyond simple soul manipulation. We've already mentioned reality warping, however, Sadako can create storms at will, is immune to drowning, being the half-demon daughter of a mysterious ocean demon. She is able to freely travel through any surface she so pleases, be it a computer, a television, or even dozens of picture frames. She is able to manipulate time very freely, as she can go back in time inside of her own memories or others' memories, and affect them, or travel back in time to chase after certain victims who also go back, leaving scars in the present day. She's capable of flying at immensely fast speeds. Sadako is able to possess others' bodies and force them to either kill themselves or attack others if she so pleases. She can drive dozens of people insane by her very presence. Sadako is capable of growing as large as she wants and can create any number of aspects she so desires. Her hair is strong enough to bind humans and even other Onryo like Kayako into being unable to move and act like weapons in their own right. Indeed, even the weakest aspects of Sadako are incredibly hard to overpower, as a self-admittedly flabby and out-of-shape Sadako still resisted hundreds of prayer seals meant to repel Onryo, whilst other aspects can ignore being shot by a gun meant to blast apart her soul, can escape a machine meant to completely erase her existence, and can even absorb other souls to make herself more powerful. Not to mention, she can perfectly reform even from complete bodily destruction, and in turn completely blow up other Onryo like Kayako with just a glance of her eye. Sadako is a monstrosity. But alright, what does this all mean in more conventional terms? How hard is Sadako hitting dimensionally? And why am I using so many different mediums for the character? Well, the ring multiverse is a thing referenced in multiple pieces of material, but the gist is that in every movie, video game, and comic book, we see a mere aspect of Sadako, and in turn, those aspects can make aspects. A perfect example being how the Sadako from Dead by Daylight is effectively just a on-loan Sadako aspect the entity made a deal with. In Ring, we know the human subconscious can make three-dimensional spaces capable of being inhabited, with the real world being 4D. Above that, and of course we know that there are an infinite number of these timelines for Sadako to exist in. For the, let us call her middle management Sadako, she exists in what is called the legendary hyperspace. Now, a non-specific hyperspace could be as low as just 5D, one dimension up. However, the film tries to connect with more scientific definitions of the term, with the scientific hyperspace being as high as 10D, or 10th dimensional, which would apply to Sadako's ring well, where she oversees and creates these myriad of aspects. We're not even done yet, as even this middle management Sadako is nothing next to this Sadako. Yeah, I'm not joking. This is Sadako official YouTube channel. It is reinforced that this Sadako is both the real-life universe's Sadako, our universe, the actor portraying every Sadako in every film, but also confirmed things such as the Dead by Daylight Sadako and Yuichi being the same versions, or rather, branch versions from the films. Hell, Sadako even meets the devs behind the games, and displays the same curse abilities as her lesser aspects, including duplication and climbing out of her well. In short, normal Sadako aspects reach at least 4D, perhaps even 5D, when we consider that they can reach the heavens, which may or may not be transcendental. Then the middle management Sadakos reach as high as 10D and existing within the hyperspace. And finally, true form Sadako is the coveted real-life tier, being one of only a handful of characters to ever reach that high. If you're not big on dimensionality, what is her traditional AP, durability, and speed? Well, we must remember even the lowliest aspects of Sadako are nothing to sneeze at, with each of them being more than capable of creating universes both in their minds, as we discussed, but also to mess with souls of their victims and trap living people in the real world if they so please. And they have the durability to back this up, as whenever Sadako bothers to get serious, she can trade hits with other powerful Onryo, such as Bunshin Saba and Kayako if need be. For speed, it's worth noting that while she is credited with killing in the space of a single heartbeat, that's a mere low end. You see, she's able to spread herself across an infinite number of universes amongst her aspects, meaning that she must be able to move and perceive at infinite speeds. But it gets better, as it should be as high as immeasurable speed, as she can obviously travel between timelines, outside of timelines, and even into the past, as discussed earlier. This is only further supported by the fact that the Ring of Time, her ring well, is explained to be circular. Ergo, she doesn't work on standard linear time. Time there is circular. Of course, as a real-life character, the true Sadako would transcend any notion of fictional speed that could possibly exist. It is flatly impossible for even a traditionally boundless character to harm her. Allow me to conclude this video by saying that let this be a lesson that sometimes it is the least obviously threatening characters that are the most dangerous. So if you ever find yourself hearing your friend rattle his bone box off on outerversal Goku lies, just show him Sadako. Got someone who thinks Kirby Solo's fiction? Send them Sadako. Got someone who thinks that for some godforsaken reason the Flash is the pinnacle of power and scaling? You guessed it, send them Sadako. Because Sadako is such a disgustingly powerful character, such a brutally petty one at that, it is an uphill battle for almost anyone to deal with her. So, allow that to haunt your dreams. Until then, stay away from the Ring of Time, for only the dead dwell there. And take care.